and welcome to Virtual Desk Solution, where we teach basic computer classes. If you're new or you're just getting started to learn computers, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to teach you how to create a Google Calendar or to set a Google Meet. And to set a Google Meet, I'll be able to show you how a step by step on how to create a Google Meet. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. So to create a Google Meet, you come to this section and type calendar.google.com, then enter. Once you press enter, this is how it looks like. Once you come to this section, you'll select the date and the month. So for example, if I want to have a Google Meet, maybe in April 1st, I'll just come to this month. I'll just move with these pointers. The next month, or if I want to go back, I'll move to with this one. So I want to set a Google Meet on the 1st of April, which will be on Wednesday next week. So I'll just click there. As you can see, I have Wednesday in here. So I'll come to this section and double click. Once I double click, it opens up for me to be able to set the meeting. So the first thing you need to do is to put the title or the reason for the meeting. For example, if it's a class meeting that I want to set with maybe my student, I'll just come in here and say Excel class with John. Maybe my student name is John or Mary or whatever. Then Excel class with John. Then I'll set the time. If I want it to start from 9, I can put it 9 or maybe 8:30. The time it will take, maybe for example, because I usually have like 2 to 3 hours class, I can put it it will be ending from 8:30. Let me say it's 2 hours. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. Yes, it will be ending at 10:30. If you want it to be repetitive, you'll just need to click here for all day. If it's repetitive, you select here. Then, if you want to get a notification, you can always come to this section and set the maybe minutes that you want to be notified before the meeting. You'll need to set it here. Then if you need to add the location where you want to meet, if it's a physical meeting, you can add the location here. Then add anything else that you need. For example, for the colors, this is now where you set the color that you want that meeting to look like. If I change to maybe yellow, my meeting will have a yellow highlight in my calendar. Whatever color I want to set, let me put it to be maybe green or blue, green, yeah. Then I can put a description of our agendas. For example, if we are studying Excel, if I'm going to train my student about maybe data validation or how to put your data entries or any other thing that we are planning to do, I can always put a description at this section. Then to add my the people, for example, the person I'm going to meet with, I'll come to this section, then select the email. For example, I want to meet with one of my students. I'll just add them in this list. Then, if you want to modify anything or the permissions to this meeting, you can always change at this section. And that is basically how you set your Google Meet and then click save. Once you click save, as you can see, the meeting has been automatically saved in my calendar, and I'll be able to get the notifications before the meeting, 30 minutes before the meeting on the 1st of April. And that brings us to the end of today's class. I hope you have learned something. And in case there's something that you want me to help you or to guide you or to show you in person, you can always contact me in the email or the bio or the phone number at the end of every video that I have, and we will able to talk or to chat. You can always use that number to WhatsApp me and so on. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson, and see you in the next lesson.